Go ahead.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Today I'm going to read a book for you guys. Look at that. Really cool book, right?
Yeah.
So if you guys are looking at the front of this book, do you guys think this is a fiction, which is a fairy tale, or do you think it's a non-fiction, which is real? So whoever thinks it's a fiction, raise your hand. Whoever thinks it's a non-fiction, which is a real book about real things, raise your hand. Yeah, it looks like a real book to me. It looks like a non-fiction book to me as well. So the title of this book is called Inside a Plant. And the author of the book, do you guys know what an author is?
Yes.
Sanya?
That writes the story.
The person that writes the story, all the words that are inside of the book is the person who writes that is called the author. And the author of this book is Christina Hill. Do you guys, when we look at this book, this front part, what is that called? Dylan? The front cover. What about this part? Raghav?
Back cover.
The back cover. Do you guys see this part right here? This is a tricky one. What is this called, Hannah?
Spine.
The spine. The book has a spine. Do you guys know anything else that might have a spine? Isaac? You guys, humans, right? So we have the spine in our back, which holds our body together, holds our back together. The spine of a book holds the book together. It keeps the book all together. So I'm going to open up the front cover. Again, this book is called Inside a Plant. So you guys think we're talking about elephants?
No.
What do you think we're going to talk about in this book? Plants. Good. So I'm going to open it up. Look what I see.
Table
I see
of contents.
Table of contents. That is first grade stuff, huh?
Table of contents.
Contents. Continents is like countries. This is contents, okay? So do you guys see this? Isn't this like first grade book?
Yes.
Right? We're in kindergarten, but we're ready for first grade for next year, right? So we are going to start reading first grade books. So if we're reading first grade books, we got to act like first graders. We got to sit up tall. We got to get ready. And because this book is about plants, we're going to become scientists. So let's put on our scientist goggles so we can see and we can put in our thinking brain, okay? You guys are ready? All right. Plenty of plants. Plants grow all around us. They come in many shapes, size, and color. Crunchy carrots and leafy spinach are plants that we can eat. Big tall trees and green grass are plants too. You guys see that? Good job. Plants grow in lots of habitats. A cactus lives in a desert without much water. It stores water in its thick stem. So this is a cactus, and the stems, that's where it stores their water. This is a desert habitat. Do we know what a habitat is?
Yeah.
What's a habitat, Allison?
Places that animals or things live.
A place where animals or things live, like the home, where someone places at. So that's a habitat where you live or where you're grown, right? In rainy places, plants have waxy leaves. The wax protects the plants from getting too much water. Have you guys ever felt a plant that's kind of waxy?
No.
That's harder to break?
No.
Do you guys know what wax is?
Yeah.
What's wax? So wax is a protective cover on the plant because in the rainforest, it rains so hard that it has to have a protective cover so the plant doesn't break. Sometimes when you touch a flower and it breaks apart, right? So this is a protective layer, just like your crayon. It has like a waxy feel to it. Or when we laminate a sheet of paper, it has that cover. It just protects it. That's what that waxy feel is. There is plenty of water in the rainforest. Next year in first grade, you guys will be learning about rainforests. I know. Growing up green. A plant starts life as a seed. The seed begins to grow. If it's planted in the ground, it needs water, sunlight, air, and room to grow. Zachary? Blow away. Some seeds travel by wind before they sprout. Have you guys seen this on the playground in the grass sometimes?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you see this white part and there's a little seed at the bottom. There's a little seed at the bottom. And sometimes when you guys blow it, it flies everywhere. That's why they're random outside. Right? You don't see a bunch of them in one area. You see them all over the place because when you guys blow it, sometimes to make a wish, you see it gets planted everywhere.
Wow.
Yeah. This seed has just sprouted. What are these things at the bottom called? Stella? Roots. So there are roots and there are root hairs. We learned about that, right?
Yeah.
So roots is this big part, this big stem part. And what is root hair? Jaden? You need help? The root hair are these little hairs that come out, just like our hair, right? The stuff that comes out. Those are the hairs. So there's a lot more hairs than this big root part. The seed pushes through roots into the ground. The root absorbs water from the ground for the plant to use. The part of this plant works together to help it live. So all of these, what are these again? What is this one? Mateo? What is this? What are these things in the ground? Root hair. So all of these root hairs absorbs all of the water and the nutrients so this plant can grow. Then a stem sprouts. The stems moves the water through the plant. Finally, the plant grows leaves and sometimes flower. Reach for the sky. Plant leaves grow towards sunlight. The leaves soaks up sunlight to help the plant grow. So have you ever noticed a plant kind of leans towards the sun? That helps it grow. Zachary, go to your desk, please. Go all the way to your desk. Time to eat. Plant needs food to survive. That is because they are alive. But have you ever seen a plant eat? Have you ever seen a plant eat?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
How do you see them eat? Yes, Ruji? You give them water. So let's find out. It's going to say over here. Plants are different from other living things. They make their own food inside of themselves. So inside of themselves, they make their own food. Let's find out how, okay? Plants need sunlight and water to survive. A plant absorbs air, water, and sunlight. It turns them into sugar. The sugar becomes food for the plant. The food helps the plant grow and live just like us. So have you guys seen these vein things? Tiny tubes move food and water through the plant. So these, have you ever looked at a leaf really carefully?
Yes.
And then you see these veins? That's where it's storing all of its nutrients, all of its water. That's where it's collecting them. So it needs sunlight, air, and water to survive. Without all of those three things, it can't survive. Yes, Sandra?
Other food for plants is poop.
It's soil. Yes, it's dirt. You're right. Plant families. Once a plant is grown, it releases new seeds. These seeds can be sprouts and starts a new life cycle. Young plant looks like their parent plant. That is because they grow from the same kind of seed. So if a sunflower seed, those seeds, when they grow, they look just like their parent, right? They're going to look like a sunflower seed. They're not going to look like a rose. They're going to look the same as their parent. Yes, Mateo?
So when sunflowers die, they take the seeds off and regrow.
Regrow more. That's how new plants happen. The new sunflower grows from this seed. That's what it looks like. This sunflower will release new seeds. So all of the things on the outside of this, it will get released, and then more sunflowers will grow. Around the world, plants have adapted to stay alive. Some plant lives on cold mountains. Other plants live on dry desert. Some plants grow in the ocean. You can find plants almost anywhere. Have you guys seen kelp? This is kelp. Have you guys seen that in the ocean?
Yeah.
So plants can even grow in the ocean, huh? Kelp is a plant that grows in the ocean. This flower has adapted to live in the cold. So sometimes in the snow, have you guys seen some plants in the snow when you go snowboarding or skiing?
Yeah.
Yeah, plants can live anywhere. All right. Did you guys like that book?
Yeah.
That was awesome. So let's go through this. Because we are scientists and we learned about plants today, let's remember what we've learned. Can you tell me something cool that you learned on this page? Mateo? We can eat some plants, right? Carrots and spinach are also plants, and we can eat some of the plants. And healthy stuff, you're right. What did we learn on this? Allison?
Cactuses store water in their stems.
Cactus store water in their stems. And then on this one, there's the wax, right, that protects them. Did you guys learn something on this? What did we talk about on this? Jolie? Yep, so these little things are seeds and they fly away when you make that wish and they grow somewhere else. Anything cool we learned on this one? Abhinav? sunflowers what?
Plants have root hairs.
Root hairs. Yes, plants have root hairs. Lots of root hairs to help them grow. What did we find out here? Mateo?
Water to help the plants grow.
Plants need water, air, and sunlight to grow. Just like this page, right? Water, air, and sunlight to grow. Did you guys find anything cool, Stella, on this page? When a sunflower is grown, it's just like its parents. So when sunflower seeds are planted in the ground, it'll grow just like its parents. It won't grow into a tulip, right? It'll grow into a sunflower. Ooh, this one was a cool page. I like this one. Allison?
That some plants can live in different places.
They can live in all different places. Some can live in really dry areas, and some can live in the water, which is cool, and some can live in snow. I didn't know that before.
I did.
You did? Did you guys like this book?
Yes.
We should do more of these scientific books, huh? These ones that we learn. All right.